Hi everyone, you're listening to a very special episode of our Focus on Fostering, as today we are joined by Geoff and Aiden, who featured on the BBC One documentary, Teens in Care. Today's episode is going to be slightly different, as we wanted to give you all just an idea of what fostering households really look like. So we will soon be handing over to Geoff and Aiden, who will be selecting questions at random to ask one another. We will also be finishing the episode with a little game. So firstly, before we get going, I'd like to introduce Geoff and Aiden.
Hello, I'm Geoff. I'm a foster carer. I have two boys living with us with Stephen, my partner, and we have been fostering for 8 years. And Aiden, who is 17 and a half, has been with us for 8 years.
I was going to introduce that.
Was you?
I'm Aiden. I'm 17 and a half. Thanks for telling everyone. I've been in care for, 14 years now. Yeah. Geoff and Stephen are my current carers and will be for the rest of my life. Yeah. So that's that. That's me.
We're here today. We've got a bit of a game going on, haven't we, Aiden? We're going to draw each other, see who's the best artist, even though you've got A-level in art and I've just passed my SATs. So basically, we're going to draw each other and we're going to have a bit of a game, yeah? Ask each other questions, yeah? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, fair.
Is that okay?
Put him back in the middle.
God, he's so bossy, isn't he? Honestly, you wouldn't think I was the captain in the army. Right, okay, so I'll go first, shall I?
Oh, no.
Do you want me to go first?
No, because the first one has my name on it.
All right, yeah.
So that just means I have to ask you the question.
Go on then.
What is your proudest memory as a foster carer?
Right. What's my proudest memory? Just seeing how you have changed over the last 5 years. You know, from being somebody that
About the other two. 7 years, isn't it?
It's like, but it took you 2 years to change. So what I mean is I don't mean change. What I mean is that you have settled down and you're happy and you're doing well. And at school you struggled at first, and now the proudest thing is seeing you get all your GCSEs and going on to do your A-levels. That's about it, really. So that's that. Yeah?
Is it?
That was easy for me, actually, I thought. So is it my turn now?
Yeah, it will be.
Oh, Geoff, yeah. Okay, so my question for you, Aiden, is if I was an animal, what would I be and why? And don't go on to the shape. Be polite. Go on.
I would have said a blobfish, but I'm not being that mean.
A blobfish?
No.
I'm breathing in now. Go on.
Probably say something like a panda.
Why? It says why here. You have to say why.
Because you're big.
Yeah. And muscly. Yeah, go on.
Well, pandas aren't that muscly. But
okay, go on.
They eat a lot. They sleep a lot.
This isn't looking good. Yeah.
But they're cute at some points, aren't they?
Ah, he's softy. I'm cute at
little
some
chubby babies
We'll hang on
as
to
well.
that. I'll put that down. I'll note that. Cute at sometimes. Right, okay.
Cute
That's
at
good.
points.
That's brilliant.
Are these alternate or are they just random?
Alternate.
Yeah, okay. Go on then. You pick the next one up. It might be for me, though, if it's got Geoff written on it.
Oh, it's got my name written
All
on
right,
it.
okay.
What has been your favourite thing as a foster carer so far?
Right. It's just, I mean, I've got 3 lovely children grown up. I've got 4 grandchildren. Been in the army 35 years, had a great career in the army. Got an outstanding partner that I love very much. But
I'm just a joy to
fostering
have.
you was the best thing I've ever done in my life.
I know, I am perfect.
And that is true.
I'm
yeah,
perfect.
don't want to make your head too big. But that is true. And you need to hear that. Okay? Was that okay? Yeah. It's true, though. You can only say the truth.
I'm just worried about what your picture looks like at the moment.
You're not supposed to be looking at it. It's hard concentrating on these questions and being serious and draw this. Right, okay. Now, this is a good question for you. What advice would you give to other children who are meeting a new foster family? I think that's a really good question. This is testing you, isn't it? To be serious.
Get all the rubbish questions, don't I? I mean, I guess it's okay to be scared to begin with, because obviously meeting new people anytime is scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you just have to get used to it. You'll get used to it eventually, I guess. It's just takes time to settle in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. That is an hard question to answer, I think, for anybody. But no, that's good, that, Aiden. Yeah. So it's me again then, yeah? Sorry, breaking the kit here.
Oh, that's my question.
It's for you. Sorry, I haven't read it. Go on.
What advice would you give new foster carers?
Oh, right. Okay. I think probably the biggest bit of advice I'd give foster carers is to try and understand why children that come to you, why they are either behaving or having emotional difficulties. And if you do that, it helps you deal with the issues that comes with fostering. Because I do believe that no child is naughty, or disruptive. I think it's what's happened to them that's making them like that. And so if you can understand that, don't get me wrong, I still think you can be naughty, but what I mean is that...
That's rude.
Yeah, so... But anyway, that's what I believe, and that's what I would tell, and I do tell new foster carers that all the time. Because it helps you deal with the things. Yeah?
I get that.
Okay? I know it's a bit serious, that, but go on.
Go on, it's your turn.
All right.
I just asked you a question.
So bossy, honestly. So... Aiden, did you like being part of the BBC One documentary Teens in Care?
I guess it was all right. No, it's quite good. Got to meet Joe Swash.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're both on the same level of famousness now, but
Not quite.
wow.
But, did you when you was doing it, did you realise what an impact it would have, to everybody?
Not entirely. I didn't think it'd be that big of a program. I thought it'd be quite a small one. I thought other people, of the other parts of it, would be more important than mine.
Yeah.
But
Which they are in some ways, because they're 18 and a lot of the children have got nowhere to go. That's the point of it. Yeah, and also you got 2 million views. Did you know that?
yeah, Stephen
pretty
keeps
impressive.
telling me every night.
Yeah, he does. Stephen monitors it. Yeah, but anyway, you thought it was good to be part of it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah, and I do think it's important, Aiden. I know this was your question, but I'm answering it a little bit for you. Was that it really sort of showed you yours as a positive, which it is, your life and what you're doing and going to university and you're settled and you've got a lovely family and everything like that. But I do think that there is an important side that wasn't shown, and that's the support that you got, because not just from us, you got great support, and you're still getting great support from Fostering Solutions and the local authority. So I think Teens in Care didn't really show that, but they should have done. And I'm not advertising Fostering Solutions. I just think that it's true that you do get support, don't you? I mean, you're very proud of your 11 Star of the Months and that sort of thing, and all those type of things help build your self-esteem. So that's important. But also, I understand why the programme did what it did, because there is a lot of councils that don't support the young people when they leave home. I'm watching that picture as well. That is horrendous.
It's better than yours.
They basically have nowhere to go when they're 18, and that's really hard, and it's something they need to address. Would you agree with all that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Where do you see us as a family in the future?
That's easy to answer. I see us as a family. End of story. You know what I mean?
Expand on
I know
that
you
answer.
can't. I'm going to expand on it. I know you can't wait to go to university, but in a way, I'm dreading it, because I'm looking forward to you experiencing it like I did with my children. But I just, not looking forward to you leaving home. Because I think you're still too young.
No.
Do you know
Older
what I
than
mean?
you.
Sorry?
Older than you.
In some ways. But anyway, that's how I see us in the future. Always being a family. And I can't wait for you to have your children and for them to be part of our family. Yeah. So,
Exciting.
yeah, I'll move on to the next one.
It's a very short.
Are we going on too long here, are we?
Absolutely not.
No.
The more the better.
It's another deep one, this, isn't it? Geoff, what is foster? Oh, wait a minute. No, it's you. I'm asking you this, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy then, because I don't have to answer it. Right. What is fostering, Aiden? What would you say fostering is? While I draw that horrible beard that I want you to shave off.
Excuse you.
Come on. Covers his dimple. He's got a lovely dimple. Have you seen that? And he's covered it with a beard. Go on, carry on. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you there.
Very distracting.
I know.
I'd say fostering is looking after a child who is unable to look after themselves.
Right.
Until they are able to look after themselves effectively.
Yeah.
But it's hard to expand on, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is basically what fostering is. But I think to do fostering right, in my view, this is my opinion, and I know I'm giving you a lot of my opinions.
Too many.
I think you have to love them, really. I do, to make it work right and do the job right. That's the way I see it. So, but anyway, that's my bit about fostering. Right. Oh, sorry.
Back off. How did you feel before you met me?
Well, the night you was coming, I'm assuming that means.
Before you met me, any time before.
Well, I felt all right before I met you, but the night you was coming was really nerve-wracking because Stephen and I had only just been to panel. It was only a week after that you arrived, and we knew some things about you.
Like what?
Like what?
Pain in the backside or something.
Well, yeah, we knew that, and but also we knew that you'd been to 5 other foster carers, an adoption breakdown, and you'd been in care since you was about 3.5. So we knew that you'd had a turbulent life, and then you ended up in Devon for a bizarre reason. But we knew you was arriving at about midnight, pitch black, and that you would be obviously. And this is what kept us going, was we knew you would be more nervous than we were. Do you see what I mean? So, but yeah, very nervous, and then didn't sleep that night because he was like running around. And but once I saw you, it was funny because I sort of thought he's going to be with us forever. That was really strange thinking that, because we didn't know you only came for the weekend. But that's how I felt anyway. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Okay. What is your favourite thing that we do as a family?
Holidays. Easy answer.
Definite. That is a good answer, and I'd say it's ours as well, because as you get older, you don't want to do that much with us, do you? You're more focused on your friends, and that's normal. But I'd say holidays. We do some good ones, don't we?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. So
unless it's to Scarborough, then it's not exactly the best, is it?
I love Scarborough.
I know.
Not wrong with Scarborough. Is there? Not wrong with. If you come from Yorkshire, you love Scarborough.
No, I don't come from Yorkshire.
Well, you're going back to Scarborough this year anyway. So
not this year, I'm not.
Next, go on. Your question.
Stop being so bossy.
It's going on a long time. Are we not doing a bit much now? Is it? You three might think.
If you went back in time, would you do it all again?
Without a doubt. That's an easy question. Without a doubt. Best thing I've ever done. What is your least favourite chore?
I would say walking the dogs, but I don't really do it much anymore, do I?
Well, it's only because you've been working all the time. You are going back to it when you go back to school.
Heck, I'm not
Because
doing
it's part
that.
of your D.A.V. So
I've done my D.A.V.
You'll be walking the dogs again.
No, I've done it.
So
I'm not
what's
doing
your
that
worst chore then if it's not walking the dogs?
Probably washing up after everybody else.
Yeah, he does wash up every night. It's quite good. And he knows how to load the dishwasher. It's life skills. That's why I want you to do it.
I've got enough
It's not
life
that I want you
skills
to wash
now.
up.
It's got enough life skills now.
And he
I
knows
don't
how
need
to
them.
use a washing machine. You have to teach Stephen. So, yeah. Oh, it's you, Aiden, next. I think.
If you had to
Give me an
describe
easy
me
one.
in 3 words, what would they be?
Do you want proper words?
Whoever can share with the
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, thank you. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. Remember,
Um,
be nice.
3 words. Honest. Very honest. Sometimes. Too honest. Maybe sometimes. Hard-working. You're definitely hard-working. Argumentative.
Excuse you.
Argumentative, but I think that's a
here.
teenage thing. I'm hoping you'll grow out of that. I think you will. But lovable.
No.
Oh, look at him. Right, that's it. There's 4 words there, actually, I think I gave.
fine.
Yeah.
All the better. That was really nice.
Answer the questions right next time.
Well, I did answer it right. Oh, he's nearly at the bottom now.
Not finished yet.
Oh, this will be, I know what he'll answer on this one. What's the worst thing that I cook?
I would say tomatoes, but you don't cook tomatoes, really, do you?
No, you just get raw.
No.
I make sure there's a tomato on every meal, would you believe?
No, it's definitely like jacket potatoes. Or
I knew
something
you'd
like
say that. See, some healthy jacket potatoes, because Aiden takes everything green and healthy off his plate.
No.
But jacket
peas.
potatoes, we'll
Yeah.
stick with that, it's fine. That's not bad if that's the worst thing I cook. Because it's not because they're wrong, it's because he doesn't like jacket potatoes.
Oh, no, you have cooked worse things, but this is the one you cook repetitively.
What have I cooked worse? It is a bit of a survival course in our
Well,
house.
I
for
can't
food.
really say what you've cooked worse because you've only cooked it once and never cooked it again.
All right, then. Jacket potato, go on, that's yours, I think, the last one.
That's
no.
not. There's way more.
You see what I mean about argumentative?
What was your funniest memory of me?
I have to tell him this one, Aiden, because it is funny. I won't embarrass you, but this is funny. We were in Portugal.
Nah, not that one.
Aiden
Don't say
I'm
that.
telling him. He was about 10. And you know when you go on holiday and it's not quite hot enough to go in the pool, but it's, sort of nice and sunny. So we went, it was on a budget. So we went, I think, in October. And anyway, he was the only one that was swimming around in the swimming pool. And we were sunbathing with fur coats on. And he says, can I get a snorkel and a mask? I said, yeah, of course you can. We'll go buy you one at the shop. He was blue like because he was that cold. I had to wrap him up. Anyway, so we goes to the shop and we buys a snorkel and a mask and everything like that. And he goes back and he was playing for hours in it. And all of a sudden he come out and he says, I'm not going back in there. So his face, it's disgusting. And I says, why, what's wrong? He says, I've just sucked a nappy down my snorkel. It wasn't, it was a bit of tissue. But he wouldn't go back in the pool because he thought he'd sucked a nappy, a dirty one down his snorkel. I just thought that was hilarious. But anyway,
Not that funny.
Yeah, so
You'd be
that's probably the funniest
You'd have
thing.
been
I think.
traumatized if that was you.
Well, I would have done, yeah. But anyway, I thought that was hilarious anyway.
So that's the last time you went swimming then, yeah?
Well,
No,
he has
I've been swimming since.
He's been swimming since, but he is a bit sort of like nervous of water now and floating nappies and things.
Well, I don't like the ocean as well.
But he was adamant. It's disgusting. He says, I've just sucked a nappy down. I thought it was funny. Right. Aiden, what advice would you give to new foster carers?
It's not your thing. Probably just don't be scared. It's I've got all the bad questions.
I mean, if you think about a child going to a house for the first time when they're really nervous, how do you think the foster carers
It's probably just they're more nervous than you are. Really.
Yeah.
Give me a twig for a neck.
That's not a twig. That's your necklace.
Oh, it's a twig. Yeah, but it's probably better to just not be. Well, say better to not be scared. Obviously, everyone's going to be scared at some point, but
Yeah.
You'll get used to it. It's not a nerve-wracking experience after you've met them for the first time.
Right. Would you say that is anything you could say how the foster carers should be with them? Do you see what I mean when they first go to it? Make it easier for them.
Nice. They could be nice.
Nice to them. Okay. That's fair enough.
But that's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not always, but yeah. Go on.
That's nice questions.
Yeah.
What did you do before becoming a foster carer? I already know that one.
I was in the army, and I used to train doctors and nurses to go on operations to like Afghanistan and everything. And then about 10 years ago, I decided to leave the army after 35 years, and me and Stephen bought a tea room in the Lake District. And that's what we did until we always sort of wanted to foster. We were thinking about it. But, and I was on holiday, that same holiday you sucked a nappy down your snorkel. There was a book in the foyer where people leave books to read. And I'd read my book, so I picked this one up, didn't know what it was about. And it was actually a foster carer that had written it. True story, this. Mm-hmm. And the foster carer, called Rosie Lewis, she turned these children's life around, and that inspired me to do it. So that's why we became foster carers. We applied the day we got back, and that's where it was. And I'd finished in the army, so there you are.
I'm just looking at that. Have you photo? Not really.
It is like a photo. You're right, isn't it?
Not really.
It's that accurate. I think it's really good. Oh, the hair comes down a bit further. Oh, right. It's okay.
I've got another one as well.
Aiden, what does a typical day in our house look like?
It's busy.
Why?
Well, Stephen's always at work, so he's...
Yeah, but the reason he's at work, explain to everybody, we're selling the business, so he's lost all his staff, so he has to work for them.
Even then, he's still working every day, the same amount of time.
Yeah, he does. He works a lot, but he stops next week. It's going through the sale of it.
But Stephen's work long hours, so we don't really see Stephen.
Yeah.
You're always up early in the morning.
Yeah.
I try and sleep in for as long as I can. Then, are we talking about school day or just like a normal weekend day?
Weekend.
Well, because usually on a weekend, if we're not doing anything, we'll either go out to town or something, or I'll go out with my mates and you'll do stuff at home.
Yeah, just a normal day.
Yeah, or if it was like a bit like the holidays, Stephen goes very early in the morning before I wake up. And because I go to judo about 5:30, I don't actually see Stephen that day.
No.
It's because it's too busy for everybody.
But we do try and take holidays and days out, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
quite often.
Yeah. Okay. Some of them are a little bit hard to answer, aren't
It's all right. We're nearly there now. I think we're
they?
last one.
Yeah.
What made you decide to become a foster carer?
Well, I think I've just said that with that book. But the main reason is I was just staggered with how many children there are that need help. End of story. You know, that's the main reason. And we are in a position, we've got spare room, we've got a bit of love to give, a bit of security. That's why we did it. And, you know, I do recommend it to people. I do try and recruit all the time because we are really short of foster carers. And the more we have, the more children are going to, or less children are going to be like unhappy, should we say. What's your happiest memory?
Happiest memory?
Now be serious. Don't make it into a joke, because I know what you like. You're a bit of a joker.
What do you mean? I've got to answer it honestly.
You're going red now. What's your happiest memory? Or something, you know, and that could be go right back as far as you can put, because he's got a brilliant memory. Absolutely brilliant memory. When he was 4, we walked into this village and he knew he'd been there years before, and he had. And that is amazing. You know, he's very acute memory. Go on then. Happiest memory, Aiden. Or is that hard?
It is very hard.
Well, you've asked me a lot of hard ones. Get on with it.
I don't ask you any hard ones.
It is an hard question.
Have a think about it,
Yeah.
Probably that Scottish trip I went on last year.
Oh, that's good. That was the British Exploration Society. He went for a 2-week expedition in Scotland, mountain climbing, and he can go. Where can he go next? If you go with it.
Well, if I choose to go, I could go to Canada.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Is that because you did love it, didn't you? And he does. He goes down to London to meet up with his friends that he met there, which was really nice.
Oh, I've already had that question.
Probably because he was away from us for 2 weeks. Is that what it was?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, go on then.
What's my favourite colour? Let's see if you know this one.
I'd say black.
No.
What is it then?
It's dark green.
Is it? That's my favourite colour, you copycat.
No, yours is just green. Mine's like the colour of those plants.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's something I've learnt about you anyway.
Yeah,
I'm going to get you green T-shirts and tracksuits now instead of black ones.
No, I don't like wearing it. I like the colours on the walls.
Okay, good lad. Right, that's that one. Let's go on to the next one.
In a bit of a hurry, aren't you?
No, it's... Sorry about this. I can't read it.
It's blind.
What's the best thing you've done in the last 5 years? Don't say go to Scotland for 2 weeks without them.
I'm going to say there's two questions very similar.
Yeah, they are. But they're not really, but go on.
Best thing I've done in the last... I think of something I can say.
Well, just think about what is the best thing you've done. I don't think that's that hard. You've done some pretty good things.
Probably started to learn to drive.
Yeah, that is a really cool thing, isn't it? So you should have your test in a couple of weeks, shouldn't you? It's been real fun teaching you. It has been a nightmare, I can say.
He gets stressed out all the time.
He says to me, so you get far more stressed than the driving instructor. I said, he's got a brake. Do you know what I mean?
He holds on to the car for dear life. Every corner we take, even if we're going like 2 miles an hour.
In 5th gear.
No.
Yeah. Do you get me drift? Yeah.
No, it's more
I've hated you learning
It's
to
awful
drive.
on my behalf, not yours.
Right, go on then. So that's that. So you've got another question for me.
What's my favourite?
Sorry?
I need to go send me an email now when he's passed his test.
Yeah, he'll do it in the He is a very good driver, I have to say, but it's just nerve-wracking when...
No, I'll just drive myself down and say, oh, yeah.
He's bought himself a little car as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
I was going to say he's not learning New York. Is he learning New York?
No chance.
No, well, I didn't think that.
Yeah. But,
What's my favourite pastime?
I'd say going for movie nights with your mates, with Ollie.
You guessed it right.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's got a really lovely set of friends, which is really
not
nice.
just movie night, just going out with my friends.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's your third and final question?
Would you say you were happy?
Absolutely not. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good. That's all right. I won't push you any more for that.
Are you?
I'm static.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can I suggest a question?
Yeah, of course you can.
What does happiness mean to you?
All right. Yeah.
Both of you.
Jeff, what does happiness mean to you?
Shall I answer it first?
No, you just answer it.
It's really hard, is that?
You should both answer it.
It's a hard one, is that? Isn't
You
it?
should think though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I don't know, really. It just... it's... Happiness is really... To be honest, I'm happy if my children and you lot are happy, really, I suppose. That's what happiness is to me now, because I'm at a different stage in my life. Obviously, I don't want to die. Do you know what I mean? What I mean is I am happy if my children are happy, I suppose.
I don't know what happiness means. It's a tricky one.
Would you like to meet somebody? You know, this is really getting...
I'm not letting you know.
He has got a female friend that he He's very close to, but I don't know.
I have many, and you don't know the rest
Oh
of
my
them.
God, it's all coming out now. Yeah, go on, give us the list then.
No.
I want to vet them. Yeah. But no, I mean, they're good friends. They're not relationship friends, are they?
No more.
That means yes.
He's a bit of a smoothie, isn't he?
That means yes.
About as smooth as a tube of crisps.
I don't know this one.
It is hard, isn't it? That's a really hard question to answer, that.
It's good though, because it makes you think about
Yeah, it does. So, shall we look at these pictures then?
Come on then.
I mean, I can see yours from here, and actually, I think I've won. To be honest, I
Have
know
you,
you've
Eck?
put details in the shirt. But
Have you, Eck?
I think mine's great. I'm keeping it.
Can you show it to the camera for us?
Yeah.
Go on, you show yours first.
Will it see it from here, will it? Your hair's a bit more sticky out fronty, but I didn't know how to do 3D.
on the neck and necklace.
Yeah, exactly. So you know it's good art when you see it, don't you, mate? Show them that then, that monstrosity.
On the other camera.
That looks like Steve.
Yeah, you're not going to be
What's
able to
happened
see
the
this.
eyes.
You've both done a brilliant job.
Come on now, honestly.
Impressive,
Seriously.
Look at the detail in the button of the shirt.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm on
great.
about facial features.
What
yeah.
part of that looks like my face?
It looks a bit like a werewolf, but I mean...
That's like a police sketch of a serial killer or something.
Wanted.
that is terrible. I was really proud of it. I'm keeping it
You
anyway.
should both be proud. They're both
Yeah.
really good.
Well,
Do you want
I
to
mean,
keep
I'm
this
not being
one?
funny. You are A-level art. That is not sort of... Don't do that for your exam. Yeah.
Art is expressionism.
You'd be-
It's how you want to feel about a piece of art.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to say was how it's staggering to know that there are 77 children go into care across UK every day. And so we are desperate for foster carers. And if you're even thinking about it, or it just crosses your mind, just ask. Just speak to NFG or Fostering Solutions, and I guarantee you won't regret it. And they won't push you, but because they want you to want to do it. But we do need foster carers desperately. Thank you.
So now that we've got to know Geoff and Aiden a little bit more, we're going to have a little bit of fun with a Who Knows Who Best game. So first of all, we're going to start off with, how well does Geoff know Aiden? So question 1, if Aiden could only eat one food for the rest of his life, what would it be? Now remember, guys,
That was a long answer.
there's donuts up for grabs here. So, Geoff, what did you say?
Burger.
I put McDonald's chips.
Oh, I mean, that's yeah.
It's close, but unfortunately,
Without a burger?
not correct.
Oh yeah, I love McDonald's chips.
Ready for question 2?
Yeah.
What is Aiden's favourite TV show?
Not even I know this.
He doesn't watch TV.
I've got to think of this one now as well.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Because he watches YouTube and things. They don't really watch TV programs. I know what it'll be.
Ready? Geoff, what did you say?
Teens in Care. Because he's in it.
But Simpsons.
Oh,
I would never have got that.
not a match. Not a match.
Oh, God, that's 2.
Although I liked your answer there, Geoff. That was a
Thank
good one.
you. Exactly.
Question 3. What genre of music is Aiden's favourite?
He doesn't know.
You
Or
won't have a clue.
Or we could go for what is his favourite artist?
You won't know this one either.
Oh, these are terrible questions, Emma.
Which one are we going for? The first or second question?
He doesn't have a favourite music.
I do. You just never hear it.
Oh, okay, he's got a favourite music, so we'll stick with what's his favourite music.
These are not very sort of
You'll never
old
guess
person
this.
friendly, these questions.
We've stumped you, Geoff.
You'll never guess this one.
Have you got an answer, Geoff?
Rap.
No, it's funk.
Oh.
I didn't even know what funk was. That's terrible. Good lad, excellent. He doesn't even know what funk is. And he's only a young lad.
So on the drive home then, we'll have in Aiden's music on. So you can introduce Geoff.
What, funk?
Yeah, I'm not putting that on in front of him. I'll get bored. Like,
So, question 4. Come on, we need a point on this one, Geoff.
It's a nightmare, this.
If Aiden was to choose your most annoying habit, what would he say it is?
am I choosing his most annoying?
Yes. What's Geoff's most annoying habit? This might tell us a little bit more about your relationship here. What have you said, Geoff?
Nagging.
Oh, I'd put that.
Oh,
as
yes! Point.
It's just out of me being miserable, isn't it? You know.
We've got one
I've
right.
got a
Well done.
point.
We've got one. Last one, so let's make
I
it
hope
2.
his questions are as hard as these.
We'll see. We'll soon see.
Yeah.
So last question for you, Geoff.
Yeah.
Is Aiden a morning or a night person?
You should know this one.
Ready?
Okay.
What did
Yeah.
we say, Geoff?
Morning.
Oh, I put night.
Do you know he's up at 7 every morning?
But
To
I'm up late as well every night. I prefer going out at night to win the day.
Yeah. All right. I was disappointed with that one because I thought I got that one right.
So we got 1 out of 5. So it's 1 out of 5 to beat Aiden for 2 donuts.
It's really, it better be hard.
So let's switch it up. So this time it's how well does Aiden know Geoff? Here we go. Question 1. If Geoff was to choose your most annoying habit, what would it be?
Oh, it's between 2, actually. Yeah, I want to put another different one.
That means, Aiden, you've got lots of annoying habits.
Nothing embarrassing either.
I would never embarrass you. Right. Okay.
Yeah, Aiden, what did you say?
But biting nails.
Biting nails.
Well done.
Thought would be.
So that's 1 point for Aiden. So 1 more and we've got a winner. So question 2.
That's the first question.
Does Geoff prefer tea or coffee?
God, this is a hard question. He
It's
has
not
both.
a hard question.
It is. Because you're starting to love your coffees now. But I think...
I want to make it difficult for you to get it right.
What was doing?
So Geoff, what's the real answer, Geoff?
The real answer is non-lemon tea.
Ooh.
I don't drink tea
Yeah,
and
but
coffee
lemon
anymore.
tea is still tea.
What did Aiden
I'd put
put?
tea.
I can have
And
that. I
tea's
suppose.
included
Giving
in
him
what
the
he's...
point?
So do you get to answer the rest of the questions though? Just 'cause
We got, 100%.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair one. I do like tea more than coffee, but I don't
do
drink
like
it.
your
I
coffee?
haven't drank it for about 2 years.
You do like your coffee? No, you do.
Yeah,
You
occasionally.
have it when you go out
Stop
and stuff.
arguing, I'll give you it.
The competition is coming out.
Yeah.
Question 3.
He's won as well.
He's already won, so, you know.
Donuts for me.
If Geoff was... What's this one? If Geoff was on a deserted island, what 3 things would he take with him?
Oh, that's a good question.
So this one's definitely one I'm not going to get right.
You're getting tricky now.
He won't get this right. Can you read what I'm writing on the camera? All right, good.
I'm just thinking of basic survival things, but I don't know if that's what you'd take.
So what 3 things would
3
I take?
things.
I'll never get this. Can we not take it to 10 questions?
Just do this for an hour.
I definitely spelled that wrong.
That's all right. We can look past spelling. Still give you the point.
Well, go on.
This is
What have you
a
put?
torch, pocket knife, and first aid box.
Oh, so
That's just
what's
basic
the...
survival things.
3
Isn't it?
things. I've put Stephen, Aiden and Finley.
Oh.
You see, you'd never have got that, would
There's
you?
no way you'd take Stephen.
Well, probably not. I did bend the rules a little bit there, but I just had to put that.
I've got a bit of cheating going on, but I do like your answer.
Yeah,
That's a lovely
exactly.
answer.
it's a nice answer, but it's definitely not the truth.
It's just I'd plant you on the other side of the island, that's all.
Yeah.
From each other, you and Finn mainly, because
Well,
you
you'd
don't
take Steve.
argue. Right.
You'd take Finn. 'Cause you
Is
get
this
a
the
lot of
last
meat.
one, is it, Emma?
We've got 2 more.
Oh, good.
2 more.
Oh.
So
That's in
who
question
would
3.
Geoff say is funnier, Geoff or Stephen?
That's easy.
That's obvious. Say himself, obviously.
I think we all could have guessed that one. We could have guessed that one.
Stephen's just grumpy all the time, isn't he?
He does
So-
work 13-hour days, though, at the moment.
So we've got to let him off. We've got
Yeah.
to let him off. Right, last question. What are we on? 3, I think?
Oh,
3
that was
out of
that.
4? 3 out of 4?
3 out of 4, yeah.
Last one. What is Geoff's favourite pizza toppings?
Is it pineapple?
It isn't pineapple.
To
be honest, I don't really like pizza, but this is what I would get.
So if you had to pick one topping, what would you have?
Yeah. His questions were a lot harder.
No, they were not.
It's a favourite music. I bet there isn't one dad could say their son's favourite music.
So does he not blast it out then in this room?
No.
No.
Well, what did you put,
I
Aiden?
put pepperoni.
Seafood.
Oh.
I love
How am I
prawns
supposed to
on-
guess that?
Well,
Who has seafood
I
on a
think
pizza?
you should carry this on to 10 because he's going dodgy now.
Make questions up as we go.
Yeah.
So we have a winner. The winner is Aiden by 3 out of 5. Woo!
Hey, well done.
You're only getting 1.